Today we're in Southern Highlands. This is really one of Las Vegas's hidden gems. Just by its name, it's in the south end of Las Vegas. It's a pretty secluded area. It's got several different what they call villages. Some of those are gated, some of those are not, some of those are guard gated even. You'll find that the average price of the home down here is going to be a little bit more expensive than most part of town, but they really put a lot of work into this master plan community to make it worth and justify that price. Again, this is a master plan community. They started construction in the late 1990s, early 2000s. It has a little over 17,500 homes in it, so it is a large master plan community. And it is home to a lot of fantastic places. Mike and I are sitting here at the Olympia Sports Park, and as you can see behind me, it has a beautiful view of Southern Highlands Country Club, a very exclusive, very private golf course where you'll find a lot of celebrities have homes there. This is where Floyd Mayweather, Tyson Fury, Rudy Rudiger. I just learned that, which was kind of exciting to me, that Rudy has a place here. So you're gonna see a lot of different celebrities have homes in this area. It's a beautiful golf course and beautiful golf course community. We won't be showing you that today, but maybe in the future we will. So, and I can speak from personal experience. I lived in Southern Highlands for almost 10 years. So I've really had an opportunity to get to know this community, get to know the people in the community and everything that it has and invites the public to do, from farmers markets to pumpkin patches and Memorial Day parties and fireworks shows and live concerts in the park. Southern Highlands really has it all for the family. It also has some great restaurants and places to shop. So it really kind of, depending on what type of lifestyle you have, Southern Highlands might be able to just kind of meet all your expectations. Plus, you're not that very far from the airport. You're not that very far from the Strip, and you have easy access to both the 15 freeway and the 215. And you're so far south that the drive into Southern California seems like it's a little bit easier to make. Follow Mike and I today as we show you Southern Highlands and these beautiful homes and neighborhoods. So, Mike and I have a little surprise for you. We've come down here to North Carolina. No, I'm just kidding. We're still in Vegas. Does it look like we're in Vegas? No. One of the things that I really love about Southern Highlands is that you really do feel like you're escaping the desert. We're in what they call the Greenbelt. It's a walking path that I've walked numerous times. If you do the whole lap, it's a little over a mile. So I would come out here in the evenings when it cooled down and do my 2 laps and then head back home for the night. What I love about this community is that there are lots of places like this in this community. There are tons of hiking and walking trails. And my favorite part about this is that you really don't feel like you're in Vegas. Like I said, you have a lot of grass, you have the big trees that provide lots of shade. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now at the end of May. It's 90 degrees outside. It doesn't feel like that. I'm not dripping sweat and I don't feel like I'm gonna get a sunburn. Now on either side of me, you're gonna have 2 different styles of homes. Now I've mentioned before, the average sales price in Southern Highlands is about $750,000. That doesn't mean that you can't get a great home in Southern Highlands for less. That's just the average price. You'll find townhomes and condos in Southern Highlands are gonna be in that 450 range, all the way up to mega mansions in the golf course community that can be $20, $30 million homes. Now, the neighborhoods that we're in now, you have a beautiful neighborhood over here to my right, your left. It's all single story gated community. The homes in there are gonna be about $650,000. Then off to my left, your right, you're gonna have what's Royal Highlands. It's a guard gated community. So obviously the values are gonna be a little bit higher in there. You're talking $9 to $1 million and you're gonna have beautiful homes. And some of these homes have something very unique to Las Vegas and Royal Highlands. Some of them have basements, which again is very, very unique to Las Vegas. There is a good mixture of types of homes here. Most of it's going to be the typical Vegas kind of Tuscan or Italian style homes, but you will find more classic farm homes. A lot of modern homes are being built in the community as well as modern townhome communities. So it's really going to give you a good mix. Now, just outside the community, you're going to find homes that you just wouldn't expect to find in Las Vegas. A lot of horse properties. So there's opportunity if you Southern Highlands, you like the idea of Southern Highlands, but you're looking for a little bit more space. Finding a horse property near Southern Highlands or in South Las Vegas wouldn't be hard at all. Mike and I are actually going to do a video in the near future of homes that you wouldn't expect to find in the Las Vegas Valley. Horse properties are going to be one of those. Now, I also mentioned that they do a lot of community events here. We're going to come up to the park that they do most of these events. This is where they'll do the Christmas festival. This is where they'll do the Halloween festival, yard sales and garage sales, and just different activities here. Memorial Day, 4th of July picnics and parties. This is open to the public, so it's not exclusive for Southern Highland residents, but I'll tell you, if you're not in Southern Highlands, you really don't know it exists. So more than likely that people that you meet in this area are going to be your neighbor. So as you can see, tons of green behind me. This is just one of the smaller parks in Southern Highlands. But again, seems like the hub, the center of all the activities. It sits down in a little valley. I don't know if we'll get some B footage so you can see that there's hills and homes around it, but it really does provide you with a little piece of paradise, a little slice of something out of the norm in Las Vegas. You know, it's a Wednesday afternoon. You've already got people out here playing soccer and having a good time. School just got out on Monday, so you're gonna start to see a lot more kids enjoying the park, especially when the weather's not too hot. So let's go take a look at some of these communities and talk about the different price points. I'd also like to talk to you about some of the other options that you have in Southern Highlands to fit the lifestyle that you want to live. So before we leave the park, I wanted to touch on a few of the things that I might have not mentioned this park has. This park has a picnic area, which Mike and I are sitting in now. It also has a really nice playground. Let me tell you, my 5-year-old daughter, it's hard to pull her away from it. It also has public bathrooms. It does have tennis and pickleball courts, as well as one of the best splash pads in town. It's, guys, to be honest, it's really fun for the adults too. I am guilty of getting out there with my daughter on several occasions in the summer and playing with her on the splash pad. So let's talk about schooling a little bit. Southern Highlands has one of the most sought after schools in the Valley, Southern Highlands Preparatory School. It's private and it's a university prep school, elementary through middle school. That opened back in like 2009. So it's a very sought after spot to put your young ones in. There's also 3 other elementary schools and a junior high here in the Southern Highlands area. You have Desert Oasis High School, just sits right outside the boundaries of Southern Highlands, but it basically services the Southern Highlands high school age kids. And those are all, again, for the Las Vegas Valley, they're going to be highly rated schools, especially the college prep in Southern Highlands. It's definitely one of the highest rated schools and most desired. As far as employment goes, if you're living in Southern Highlands, more than likely you're not working in Southern Highlands unless you're a work from home. Or you happen to have a job at one of the banks here in the community or one of the shops in the community. But I'll tell you, the average income from Southern Highlands is well over $130,000, and usually the household net worth is over $800,000, so almost $1 million. Again, this is really a luxury community, and because it's a luxury community, you get the amenities of a luxury community. All the parks are well maintained. The facilities are well maintained. The roads are well maintained. Southern Highlands has its own 24-hour security that drives around the community, making sure that everybody is as safe as humanly possible. And even some of the shopping options that you have are going to be of the higher end variety. There is a grocery store here in Southern Highlands to service your needs, and there are several just outside of the range of Southern Highlands that you can easily go to for more options. I've talked about some of the great dining. There are definitely some higher end shops in some of the shopping centers. You're going to find a Starbucks on almost every corner. Funny thing that struck me when Mike and I were driving in today, they're building a Dutch Brothers right next to Starbucks, which I find is a little funny. Plenty of options for gas, and there's plenty of places to get your car fixed here in Southern Highlands as well. Just off the top of my head, I can think of 4 banking institutions. So you're going to have everything you need, including dry cleaners. There's even emergency clinics and doctor's offices here. So you're going to find most of what you need condensed into this area. And again, it's not a big area. What I love is that it's not easy to get to. So it's not super accessible. There's really only 3 or 4 ways that are convenient to getting in. It does have a couple of exits off of the 15 freeway, but again, it still sits back a little bit off the road, off the main highway. So the traffic is not as bad unless you're on one of the main thoroughfares. But the side streets, the streets that you would be driving on a daily basis to get home, you're not really going to deal with a lot of traffic. And again, you have that 24-hour security. Plus, you have the amazing officers at Las Vegas Metro that are making sure the community is safe and people aren't driving like crazy. Mike and I are going to take a drive. We're going to show you some of these communities. And again, we'll break down those price points a little bit more for you before we wrap this video up. So we're in the Laurentia village of Southern Highlands. This gated community has about 75 homes in it. So it's not a very big community, but these homes are fairly large. They range anywhere from about 3,100 square feet to up to 5,000 square feet. And they all sit on decent sized, full size lots, even for the single story homes. I've seen homes selling here in the last couple of years for almost $1 million. They range anywhere from about $800,000 to $980,000. Price per square footage, you're going to be anywhere from about $250 to $310, really depending on the upgrades in the home as well, and if it's a pool. Most of the homes in here are going to have pools. The homes in here don't come for sale very often, but when they do, they usually move fairly quickly because it's really in the heart of the Southern Highlands community, and it puts you really close to the shopping center, as well as it gives you really easy access to the highway. So if you need to get anywhere else in Las Vegas, you can jump on the 15 or the 215 or just head up Valley View and get to where you need to get pretty quick. I had mentioned before, but when you're living in Southern Highlands, you're pretty much almost as far south as you can get in Las Vegas. And that being said, that means that if you're heading into Southern California, especially if you're a Southern California native, or you just want to take advantage of some of the Southern California amenities, it shortens your ride from anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. If you're leaving from Mike's house and you catch bad traffic, it could take you 45 minutes just to get here. So that may be attractive to some people. But these houses, again, are mostly two-story. There are a couple of single-story homes in the community. I can tell you from personal experience, this community has had former and retired Raiders living in it. Doctors, attorneys, you name it, the variety of people that live in a community like this varies. But I've really gotten to know a lot of people in this community, and it's got a great community vibe. Almost like a small town vibe, but again, not too much to where, everybody's in your business. I'm going to show you another community with, a little bit more affordable houses right across the street to give you some more variety in what Southern Highlands has to offer. So now we're in a different neighborhood in Southern Highlands. This village, honestly, I don't think it has a name, or I can't remember the name of this village, but it's a non-gated village. So you're going to find a little bit more moderately priced homes in this area, anywhere from about $480 all the way up to $600,000. And as you can see, there's still going to be great options for you. Most of them have 3-car garages. They're going to range anywhere from about 1,650 square feet all the way up to about 2,900 square feet. So there's going to be several different options for you. The reason the price point is going to be a little bit lower is, again, you're not in a gated community, and the homes will be a little bit smaller, so your price per square footage is obviously going to come down. But again, Southern Highlands is really a luxury community. It's a luxury lifestyle. So even in our more affordable communities, you still find that the roads, the homes, the yards, everything is still very well maintained, very well kept up. So you really do get to appreciate where you live. The fact that it's a newer community, one of the things that you get to experience when you move into a community like this that's less than 30 years old is that you get to watch the trees mature. As I'm driving through this neighborhood, it's been a little bit of time since I've come through this neighborhood. I've noticed that the trees are definitely starting to mature. The grass is coming in on the few yards that have grass. So it just gives it more of a neighborhood vibe to me, having the bigger mature trees, because that's something that I grew up in Southern California. Again, this neighborhood is not too far from the Olympia village that we just talked about. So you're gonna have easy access to shopping, easy access to the highways, even easy access to the airport and the Las Vegas Strip. You're gonna have medical facilities within 5 miles of here. There's actually a couple of different hospitals. You have St. Rose Dominican on St. Rose and Henderson. That's about 5 or 6 miles away from here. And then you have Southern Hills, which is about 7 miles from here. So you do have access to medical facilities, and those are going to be highly rated medical facilities. So those are going to be a quick trip away. Again, you're going to have urgent cares and dentists and doctors down in this area as well. So again, that's a quick trip through this neighborhood in Southern Highlands. Follow us for more. All right, guys, so that's Southern Highlands. As you can see, this really is a luxury community. You have homes that range, all the way down to $450, all the way up to the tens of millions of dollars. So there's probably going to be something in your price point. Don't forget though, when you're living in a master plan community, you do have those HOA and master plan fees. So you want to definitely take that into account when you're thinking about moving into a luxury community. Mike and I can help break those down for you so that you can understand what you'll be paying and what some of those amenities you'll be getting are. I really hope you enjoyed our tour through probably my favorite community in Las Vegas, which is Southern Highlands. So if you're looking to buy next week, next month, or next year, make sure you reach out to the Moody Olson team. Nobody works harder for you. If you have any questions about Southern Highlands, leave them in the comments below or reach out to us. We'd love to answer those. If there are other communities that you're interested in or other amenities that you'd like to see, let us know in the comments down below. We'd love to be able to reach out to you or at least put those on film for you so that you can get a better idea. If you have any lending questions, don't forget we've partnered up with two of the best, Steve Schauer and Linda Vo with Security National Mortgage. Their information will be in the description down below. Reach out to them or reach out to us and we can definitely put you together. It's really important that you guys understand what you qualify for if you need that mortgage, and they're going to be able to help you with that. Until next time, we'll see you around, guys.